millennia, when man began thousands and thousands of years ago to congregate as one, as a people, as children of God, who knew in their heart not to hurt each other, who knew that they needed each other to survive. Now, this idea got lost along the way. And what happened was people got greedy. There was people who learned something. They learned that if they would write something down, they could keep this to themselves. This is the core of the problem of humanity. The core of the problem is the written word. And along with it, it's symbols of numbers. For all those out there who truly desire to get to a place before this ever happened, when man was one under the sky, when man believed that he could change the universe just by his thoughts, who by his very deeds he proved himself, whether it was Llewellyn, or whether it was Eric the Red, Blood Axe, or whether it was Braveheart, all these people in their own time, Gladiator, these men who didn't know how to read, or did they? I don't know if Braveheart did, but the idea is for the era of legends, the time before written word and communication, the time of oral history is what this corporation symbolizes, and in its very simplicity holds the core of who it is to be a person, to be a man, to be a woman, and for that it's to believe to be sacred. There's nothing as sacred as that as far as humanity is concerned, and the point being that this must, I stress must, be protected. And here we go. This idea I came up with was through much travail of heart. I pondered what was happening over this planet, what would happen to it, where it would lead. And I decided that it was headed for destruction, that there is no way that anything could be prevented for this outcome. So I decided that something at the very core and very heart of man was the problem. And like I said before, it is the strange loop of the written word, and of symbols, and of mathematics. This has made our lives a living hell, for it has taken away from man his very essence. His very essence is to be as one under the sky, embracing the universe as you pass through space. Now, this happened millennia ago, when all of us woke up under the stars and gazed in awe. This truly was who we were. We were no different than the stars. We were just part of the whole. What happened was men decided that they would try to copy this. And so, this turned into the zodiac, as you know today, which leads many, many people astray. For it is based on false premises. We were one maybe 10,000 years ago. We are now 10,000 years ahead. That universe existed 10,000 years ago. And that light that still shines is 10,000 years old. This light will never return unless we do something about it. Now, how did we live back then? We lived by giving each other what we had. When we went to some area we would try to find what we needed to survive. This was the essence of our economy. It's what we did to survive and flourish. And guess what? We certainly did flourish across the whole scape of this planet. Everything was in balance and everything was okay. Now, when people decided that they wanted more than their neighbor, that truly they desired to be greater than their neighbor, things in the universe took a turn for the worse. And this worseness happened in the written word. You see, our hands were made for weapons. Our hands were made to kill beasts. Our hands were made to gather fruits, nuts, etc. Now, I don't know who did this, but somehow, in some way, the desire to not do this somehow, to stay with the women, or the gatherers maybe, and to collect what the hunters had brought in. It started something in the heart of man. And that if they could somehow swindle their brother of their hard-earned effort, that this would, in the end, serve to their own purpose, but in the end was against everyone's purpose. So here's my idea in its kernel, in its truth, in its vitality. I propose a corporation whose name is Livia, Livia. Now, this corporation will be based on the technology of Twitter. The only added technology is that this will be Twitter for money. Those of us, people of the human race, who desire to return to a time of the hunter-gatherers, a time of the barterers, a time of the traders, a time of romance,